Blazing Saddles wasn't just another comedy. It blew up Hollywood conventions. Released in 1974, Mel Brooks's satirical Western pushed boundaries with crude jokes, racial humor, and outrageous gags no studio would dare attempt today. It was both a parody of Westerns and a sharp commentary on American culture. But behind the laughs, there were near-censorship battles, casting drama, and on-set chaos that made the film's production just as wild as the movie itself. Saddle up, because we're riding through 20 weird facts you didn't know about Blazing Saddles. Number 1. Richard Pryor. Almost starred. Originally, Mel Brooks wanted Richard Pryor to play Sheriff Bart. Pryor co-wrote the screenplay and was central to its edgy humor. But Warner Brothers executives balked, worried about his reputation and history with drugs. Instead, Cleavon Little was cast, bringing charm and wit to the role. Ironically, Pryor's fingerprints are still all over the script. His comedic sensibility shaped the film's outrageous jokes. Fans often imagine how Pryor might have played Bart, but Little's smooth delivery gave the character a different kind of brilliance, balancing the wild chaos around him with confidence and cool. Number 2. The studio tried to cancel it. Warner Brothers executives nearly pulled the plug during production. Early screenings horrified studio heads who thought the racial humor, fart jokes, and constant profanity were offensive beyond repair. They urged Mel Brooks to cut most of the edgiest material, fearing audiences would walk out. Brooks refused, threatening to quit if they touched his vision. Eventually, he convinced them to release it largely intact. The gamble paid off. Audiences howled with laughter, proving that the very material the studio wanted cut was what made the movie a hit. Number 3. It broke every rule of Westerns. Classic Westerns followed strict formulas: noble heroes, clear villains, and sweeping landscapes. Blazing Saddles tore those traditions apart. Instead of a heroic sheriff, the movie gave audiences a black lawman in a racist town. Instead of stoic cowboys, it featured crude slapstick, breaking the fourth wall, and gags that mocked the genre itself. Mel Brooks filled the movie with deliberate anachronisms, like jazz music and modern references, to remind audiences it was a parody. Western purists hated it, but general audiences loved seeing the genre flipped upside down.
Stick out your tush, hands on your hips, give 'em a push.
Number 4. Gene Wilder wasn't the first choice. The role of Jim, the Waco Kid, almost went to Gig Young. He was cast but collapsed on set from alcohol withdrawal and had to be hospitalized. Desperate, Mel Brooks called up Gene Wilder, who had worked with him on The Producers. Wilder jumped in last minute and transformed the character into a weary, soft-spoken drunk with perfect timing. His chemistry with Cleavon Little became one of the film's highlights. Many fans can't imagine anyone else in the role, but it almost never happened.
What's your name?
Well, my name is Jim, but most people call me...
Number 5. The N-word count shocked even Brooks. The film uses the N-word more than 24 times, making it shocking even in 1974. Brooks insisted it was necessary to highlight racism's absurdity. He argued that sugarcoating the town's prejudice would weaken the satire. Cleavon Little and Richard Pryor, as co-writer, supported the choice, understanding the humor targeted racism itself, not black people. Still, Brooks admitted later he doubted the movie could ever be made the same way today. Its rawness was part of what made it groundbreaking. Number 6. The Sheriff's Rock Ridge entrance was improvised. When Bart first rides into Rock Ridge, the townspeople react with silent, jaw-dropping horror. Cleavon Little decided to play the moment with extra swagger, tipping his hat and riding with exaggerated confidence. His improvisation made the scene even funnier, highlighting the contrast between his charm and the townsfolk's ignorance. Brooks loved the take so much he kept it in. The entrance became iconic, perfectly capturing the movie's satirical edge in a single moment. Number 7. Slim Pickens thought the script was filth. Veteran Western actor Slim Pickens, who played Taggart, was shocked by the script. Known for serious cowboy roles, he thought the jokes were crude, the language disgusting, and the toilet humor beneath him. But Brooks convinced him it was all satire, and Pickens' earnest performance made the comedy funnier. His old-school Western authenticity clashed perfectly with the absurdity around him, grounding the movie's parody. Pickens didn't always get the humor, but his straight-faced delivery elevated the jokes into classics. Number 8. The bean scene was revolutionary. The campfire farting scene seems silly now, but in 1974, it was groundbreaking. Hollywood films almost never acknowledged bodily functions, and fart jokes were taboo. Brooks shattered that unwritten rule with a scene of cowboys loudly passing gas after a meal of beans. It became one of the most infamous comedy moments in cinema. Critics called it juvenile, but audiences couldn't stop laughing. Today, it's considered the first big fart joke in mainstream film history, changing comedy forever. Number 9. Brooks hid himself in cameos. Like Alfred Hitchcock, Mel Brooks loved popping up in his own films. In Blazing Saddles, he played multiple characters, including Governor William J. Lepetiman and a Native American chief who speaks fluent Yiddish. Brooks delighted in these cameos, using them to inject extra absurdity. The governor role, in particular, was mostly improvised. Brooks would riff endlessly on nonsense, forcing other actors to react in character. His appearances kept the movie unpredictable, adding even more layers of comedy.
Just sign right there, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, help me in with this. Help me in with this. Help me.
Number 10. Madeline Kahn's role was inspired by Marlene Dietrich. Madeline Kahn's character, Lily von Stupp, was a direct parody of sultry German cabaret stars like Marlene Dietrich. Kahn infused the role with both sensuality and absurd comedy, making her performance unforgettable. Her musical number, I'm Tired, spoofed over-the-top seductress routines, but with hilarious self-deprecation. The role earned Kahn an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. Brooks often said she stole every scene she was in, proving that parody can be both funny and award-worthy.
I'm tired, sick and tired of love.
Number 11. The script was written by an unlikely team. The screenplay had 4 writers: Mel Brooks, Richard Pryor, Norman Steinberg, and Andrew Bergman. Each brought a unique perspective. Pryor added raw edge, Brooks brought slapstick, Steinberg polished dialogue, and Bergman contributed the original story. The unusual mix created a script that swung wildly from highbrow satire to lowbrow gags. This chaotic blend gave the film its unique voice. Brooks later admitted that without Pryor's input, the movie's racial humor wouldn't have worked. It needed his authenticity.
In my dressing room right after the show.
Number 12. Warner Brothers tried to cut the breaking the fourth wall ending. The film's ending, where the Western brawl spills into a Hollywood backlot, nearly got scrapped. Studio executives thought it was too weird and would confuse audiences. Brooks fought to keep it, insisting the absurd meta-humor was essential. He argued that Blazing Saddles was about dismantling cliches, and breaking the fourth wall was the ultimate statement. Test audiences loved it, proving Brooks right. Today, it's remembered as one of the boldest endings in comedy history. Number 13. Censors fought the film's language. The censors demanded numerous cuts, especially around profanity and racial slurs. Brooks pushed back, arguing the language was part of the satire. After heated negotiations, most of the dialogue stayed intact, though some sexual innuendos were toned down. Brooks later joked that the only thing the censors forced him to remove was horse fart sounds, proving how inconsistent censorship could be.
Robert, I swear I'll blow this nigger's head all over this town. Oh, Lordy Lord, he's desperate. Do what he says.
Number 14. It was a box office smash. Despite controversy, Blazing Saddles became the second highest grossing film of 1974, just behind The Towering Inferno. It earned over $119 million, making it one of the most successful comedies ever at the time. Audiences didn't care about critics calling it crude. They lined up to see it multiple times. Its commercial success proved that risky comedy could pay off big, opening the door for other boundary-pushing films in the 70s.
Bye, baby, bro. Keep the faith, brothers.
Number 15. Many actors didn't get the jokes. Not every cast member fully understood the satire. Veteran Western actors were confused by the crude humor and meta-gags. Slim Pickens, for instance, often shook his head in disbelief, wondering why anyone thought it was funny. Brooks encouraged them to play it straight, which only made the comedy sharper. Their serious delivery in ridiculous situations gave the movie its distinct tone.
Let's see.
I got it!
So,
We'll work up a number 6 on him.
number 6, I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that.
Number 16, the title came from an old expression. Blazing Saddles was a phrase used in pulp Western novels to describe action-packed cowboy adventures. Mel Brooks picked it as both a nod to tradition and a cheeky parody. The title promised a Western, but what audiences got was something entirely different. The mismatch added to the film's shock value, making the ridiculousness feel even more outrageous. Number 17, Bart's fake hostage scene was ad-libbed. One of the funniest moments comes when Bart pretends to take himself hostage to escape an angry mob. Much of this scene was improvised by Cleveland Little, who exaggerated the "I'll shoot him" routine with over-the-top drama. Brooks let the cameras roll, and the cast struggled to keep straight faces. The bit became one of the most quoted gags in the movie, showing how much the actor's improvisation shaped the final film.
Robert, I swear I'll blow this nigger's head all over this town. Oh, Lordy Lord, he's desperate. Do what he...
Number 18. Harvey Korman loved playing evil. Harvey Korman, who played villain Hedley Lamar, relished the chance to be the bad guy. Known for comedy, he approached the role like a Shakespearean performance, delivering pompous monologues with total seriousness. Brooks encouraged him to go big, and his melodramatic delivery made the character unforgettable. Korman later said Hedley Lamar was one of his favorite roles because it let him indulge his love of playing pretentious idiots.
Who so offends the citizens of Rock Ridge that his very appearance would drive them out of town.
Number 19. The film was preserved by the Library of Congress. In 2006, Blazing Saddles was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry for being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. Despite, or maybe because of its crude humor, the movie is recognized as an important commentary on American culture. Its fearless satire of racism and Western mythology earned it a permanent place in film history. Number 20, Mel Brooks said, "It could never be made today." Brooks has often said Blazing Saddles could never be produced in today's Hollywood. Its unfiltered racial humor, fart jokes, and breaking of taboos wouldn't survive modern studio or audience sensitivities. Yet he insists that's what made it special. It used comedy to expose prejudice by making it look ridiculous. The movie stands as a time capsule of fearless satire, showing how far comedy once pushed boundaries.
I am armed.
Blazing Saddles was more than a parody. It was a comedy revolution. With fart jokes, fourth wall breaks, and fearless satire, it smashed through Hollywood's rules and changed comedy forever. Some call it crude, others call it genius. But no one can deny it left a permanent mark on film history.